Welcome to Weird History Hub, where the past gets downright strange. Imagine selling the Eiffel Tower, one of the world's most iconic landmarks, not once, but twice. Sounds impossible, right? Well, one man did it. Meet Victor Lustig, the smoothest con artist in history. Let's dive into this wild tale. Victor Lustig, born in 1890 in Ostany, a small town in what's now the Czech Republic, was a master of deception. Fluent in 5 languages, charming as a movie star, and with a hypnotic smile, he was a con man like no other. Lustig used over 47 aliases, sometimes a count, sometimes a baron, and carried dozens of fake passports. He started small, pickpocketing and cheating at card games, but by the 1920s, he was ready for the big leagues. And in 1925, he set his sights on Paris and the Eiffel Tower. In 1925, the Eiffel Tower wasn't the beloved icon it is today. Built for the 1889 World's Fair, it was meant to be temporary, just 20 years. By the 1920s, it was 36 years old, rusting, and a headache for Paris. It needed 60 tons of paint every 7 years, and the city was struggling to maintain it. Famous writer Guy de Maupassant called it a lanky pyramid and wanted it smashed. Newspapers even speculated the government might tear it down. And that's when Victor Lustig saw his chance. Lustig checked into the luxurious Hôtel de Crillon in Paris, posing as the Deputy Director General of the Ministry of Posts and Telegraphs. He had fake government letterheads, forged, and invited 6 scrap metal dealers to a secret meeting. "Gentlemen," he said, "the Eiffel Tower is too expensive to maintain. The government has decided to sell it for scrap, but it's hush-hush to avoid public outrage." Lustig even took them on a tour of the tower to make it believable. One dealer, André Poisson, whose name ironically means fish in French, took the bait. Desperate to make a name in Paris, Poisson paid Lustig 70,000 francs, over $1 million today, including a bribe to secure the deal. Lustig took the money and fled to Austria, and Poisson was too embarrassed to report the scam. Here's the crazy part. Lustig returned to Paris just a month later and tried the same scam again. He sold the Eiffel Tower a second time to another scrap dealer, but this time, the dealer smelled a rat and called the police. Lustig fled to the US, where he continued his cons, even swindling gangster Al Capone. But in 1935, his luck ran out. After running a massive counterfeiting operation that threatened the US economy, Lustig was caught by the Secret Service. He was sentenced to 20 years in Alcatraz, where he died in 1947 from pneumonia. Victor Lustig, the man who sold the Eiffel Tower twice. That's it for today's Weird History Tale. If you laughed at this wild scam, hit that subscribe button for more strange stories every Tuesday. Follow us on X at Weird History Hub and join the discussion on Reddit at WeirdHistoryHub. Check out our last video, The Great Emu War, when Australia lost to birds. See you next time on Weird History Hub.